Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
So we'll start here. So Christine, tell me about your business. How long have you been in it? What exactly do you do?
I just had my 10th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, in January. Yeah.
Wow. And what is it that you do?
I call myself the marketing mentress.
Okay.
MENTRESS. I invented the word.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I'm actually a LinkedIn guru, a strategist. So I help people with LinkedIn.
Perfect. And I'm taking some notes while we're speaking. Is that okay?
That's great.
Okay. Great. So if I'm looking down, I'm not not ignoring you. I'm just taking some notes. Okay. And how much time do you spend on average every week in your business?
Every week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, probably. I'm in my office 10 to 16 hours a day. So of that, just spending it right on my LinkedIn, probably about 5 to 6 hours a day are spent on my business.
Okay.
I'm trying to pare down.
I know sometimes it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And about how much are you making a month right now in your business?
My business, I'm just under 5,000. I would like to be at 10.
Okay, so you're
I did just about hit 10 in December.
okay.
So excited. Oh. And then I was right back to 5,000 in January. But the reason I hit 10 in December is because I had a big event and 2 events, and people bought into my programs.
Oh, great. So that told you something.
Yep. I have to have more of those.
Fantastic. Okay. And about how many leads are you getting a month? Like people coming in that you talk to about your business?
Well, to tell you a little bit about myself, I manage 14 streams of income.
Okay.
So my LinkedIn is just one, and it's my major one.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have all my 14 streams of income actually be at about 15,000 a month. And
50. I'm sorry.
15,000.
Oh, 15. Okay, 15,000. All right.
Yeah, to start. And once I get that set and we are hitting that solid and surpassing that for about 6 months, I should be way above that after that.
Okay.
So ask that question again.
Okay. So right now it sounds like you're under 5 in this business that we're talking about. You want to be $10,000 a month, but altogether from everything you want to be 15,000 a month. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Some of my streams of income are affiliate streams.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, my website pays me 4 times, and that's tied in with my business card, which also pays me 4 times, which is tied in with my text messaging platform, which pays me 4 times. Mm-hmm. So, and then I've got their affiliate program with my email platform. So I get a commission when somebody signs up through my link. Mm-hmm. To the email platform. I've got a video platform that I use which has an affiliate side to it. So I get paid. Everything I do with and for my business has to pay me twice. That's my philosophy.
It's good philosophy.
So I try not to pay retail for anything if I can possibly help it.
Okay. So, Christine, if you could realistically imagine your business 6 months to 12 months from now, what would it look like? If we could kind of fast forward.
I just hired a VA, which I think is going to help me tremendously. So I won't have to spend as many hours in my office. And I've been wanting to hire a VA for a long time, but I haven't been able to find the right one. Mm-hmm. I think I found the right one here. But my business would be producing the 15,000 at least a month with everything together, all my streams working together.
Okay.
And I would be able to, well, I usually travel to visit my kids in the States, and I can't. Mm-hmm. And I want to really get out and travel again. And usually I'm gone for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And
Okay.
I'd like to be able to either, rather than stay in the house with the kids, I'd like to go and stay in my own place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really think I want to have a condo in each city, but I was thinking of having a timeshare, but those are very, so I think we'll just go with Airbnb and get our own place when we go to visit. But right now, the way it sits, we have to stay with them in their house, and we feel like we're underfoot, and it'd be nice for them to still have their privacy and us to have our privacy.
Okay. And about how much time would you be spending in your business? You said right now you're spending like 10 to 16 hours a day in your office, and 5 to 6 of that is in LinkedIn. Presumably the rest
Yeah,
of it is like other businesses.
yeah.
So how much time would you be spending on your business if we're kind of fast forwarding to 6 to 12 months from now?
Oh, I would like to be able to have it to the point where I can do it on. You read the book about the 4-hour work week?
Uh-huh. Okay. 4 hours a week.
That would be great. If I could, well, an hour a day.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Anything else about this business that you would love to have?
I would love to have I love people. I'm a people person. I would love to have tons of people who love working their businesses and are succeeding because I've been able to help them in some small way.
Okay. So tons of clients to help.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So imagine that you've achieved all this. Okay. We've folded time. You're doing this right now. So you've got your better than $15,000 a month. You've got tons of people that you're helping every day to achieve their goals. You can travel 2 to 3 weeks at a time. You can stay in an Airbnb. You don't have to impose on your kids. You're working basically an hour a day. You've got this VA up and running, and she's doing a fantastic job, and everything is working like clockwork. What would that mean to you?
I'd cry. It'd be making me so happy. It's wonderful because I wake up in my alarm is set for 7 o'clock in the morning, but I wake up in a start most every morning before my alarm goes off. It's like, because I think I forgot something.
Okay.
And so that would be really nice to know that everything is okay. I'm not going to forget something.
So would you even have an alarm?
No, I'd wake up when I want. I'm a morning person. I can't sleep in. I have a dickens of a time. I sometimes I'll wake up at 7 o'clock and I'll think, keep my eyes shut, and I really can't stay in bed. I'm wide awake. Like my grandma, I guess.
So you've got all this working, don't have an alarm clock, you wake up when you want, you know everything's being taken care of. What's the best part about all of this?
Do you
It
know
sounds
what?
exciting.
My husband and I, we want to have a gym in our house, a full gym for both of us. So we could both be in there together working out and have multiple pieces of equipment and have these side by side pools that you swim in, but you swim against a current.
Yep.
And so they're huge, great big huge jacuzzi kind of things, but they're swimming pools, and they're for they're called lap pools.
Yep.
And so we can swim in that together, and he'd have his and I'd have mine. We talk about this quite often. And we'd have our own gym, and we both really love working out and being in the gym. And we have a treadmill in the living room right now, and right after 8 o'clock, I stop my work at 8 o'clock and get on the treadmill. So I have my treadmill out of the way, and I do my yoga. And that's every day except Sunday. I do take a break on Sunday. And so that's what we would do. I would spend a lot more time working out. I love working out. And
How do you think that would feel?
Pardon me?
How do you think that would feel to have the time to do that?
It would feel great. It would feel awesome. And my kids would be so in awe of their grandparents because we're so fit. We can keep up with the grandkids.
Well, then you could say to your grandkids, look what happens when you get old. You could be like this too.
Well, I see the grandparents on the other side from all of our kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I see how the grandparents are. And you can tell the ones that work out all the time, they're happier, they're more springy in their step and all kinds of things. And they're more fun to be around. They laugh more.
Uh-huh. Wonderful. So, I mean, you have this incredible vision of where you want to go with this business and what it's going to mean to you, what it's going to look like. What do you think is slowing you down from getting to that $15,000 and that 1 hour a day work week and being able to spend your time working out with your husband and traveling and doing all of those wonderful things? What's slowing you down?
3 people, me,
Mm-hmm.
myself, and I.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, being a boomer, I didn't grow up with technology. And so the thing that's been really holding me back, and I've realized, is my email platform and my texting platform. I needed to develop those. And I needed to have a VA because I've been trying to do everything myself. Everything. Right. Booking, setting up the events, following up for the events. And I have someone who's booking events for me now, booking speaking engagements for me. And I've got my VA that I just started last week, and I had a meeting with her today. And she's helping me set up my email lead capture funnel.
Right.
And she's also really good at doing website development. So she's helping me set up just a little 5-page website on my email platform.
Okay.
So, it's coming together, but it's going to take some time to get it all pieced together. I can see, but I feel so much better already that I'm getting control of that. And I'm not afraid to learn new stuff, but sometimes it's such a challenge to get that technical in my head. It's me that's slowing me down. And so I have to hire some other people to help me with that so that I can get it done.
So how do you think this challenge is affecting your business? Big
time. It's affected my business big time, because just having a list that I own has been huge. In this COVID has been the best thing that ever happened to me. Sorry, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But so I'm developing that. My email list now has 704. I broke 740. So I've got 740 people now on my email list, which is compared to zilch. Even when I started in last March, I canceled my main website that I had for years because I was looking at it and it was going to cost me several $100s to renew it for the year. And it hadn't brought me one penny. It didn't make one sale for me, didn't make me any money. And I thought, your website has to pay. And that's when I started thinking everything has to pay me at least twice. So everything we do, or I do in my business, has to pay me at least twice. And my husband had a really bad car accident in the 1st of November of 2017 and almost died. And so he's going to physio still. He had a hip replacement last August because they couldn't seem to get everything to work from the surgery he had. And I want to have him not have to be working hard. He's helping us manage. We manage apartments for a big company out of Edmonton. And that's what he pretty much does. And whoa, he would love to be able to just spend time every day working in the gym, working on his hip and working with a trainer.
Okay, so you think that not being able to get this stuff going the way you want, you can't retire him?
That's right. I want to be able to retire.
Okay. And so what's the psychological effect of that, kind of knowing that he's still, trying to work because the business hasn't got to the level that you want it to yet? What kind of a burden is that placing on you?
Oh, it's been huge. I've been having what they call um, um, blindness attacks, and they're called ocular migraines.
I
And I
know
get these
exactly
big
what those are.
spots that go in my eyes, and I can't see, and I have to lie back. And then I get a headache afterwards.
Yep.
And it's from stress. I've been to several ophthalmologists and
Mhm.
optometrists, and they're telling me that there's nothing wrong with my eyes. It's stress.
Yep.
And
I know
oh, here's what
exactly.
they said. They said it usually happens in people in their 20s. And I went, oh, I'll take that as a compliment.
I would. Take all the compliments you can get.
Yeah, but they're sometimes debilitating. Like it feels really bad when it can last a couple of hours before it goes away totally.
So how does all of this make you feel? You know, you've got all of this burden on you, and now you've got these migraines. I mean, at the end of the day, how does that make you feel?
Well, I think of a raccoon. When you corner a raccoon, it wants to come out scratching.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm cornered sometimes and I want to come out scratching.
Yeah, can understand that.
You know.
So what else do you think is slowing you down besides the technology?
Well, I guess the money is slowing me down because we're just breaking even all the time, and I keep telling myself I'm going to get better at this, and it's going to pay more money and
Mm-hmm.
make it more worthwhile.
So at this point, you're just breaking even. So are you living on what your husband is doing?
No, both of us.
Okay.
We're making, with the two of us together, we're about 7,000-8,000 a month, right? So um, I want my LinkedIn business to totally replace his income and
Mm-hmm.
bring us up to 15,000 a month with all of the different streams that we're working.
Okay. All right. So that 15,000 is just your businesses. You're taking the money out for his. So,
Yeah.
Okay. And so he'll be able to retire. Um, when you say that, you know, the money is slowing you down, is it money to hire more people or do more things, or it's just that you can't get traction on what you're doing? So you feel like you're being slowed down because the money isn't coming in.
I'm slowed down because the money isn't coming in. So all of my experience over the last 10 years is
Mhm.
inspired me to publish my book called Fired at 50.
Mm-hmm.
Stop looking for work and discover what you're meant to do. Because they call it being laid off. I was laid off my job,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have dementia. I don't think I present myself as a frump. I have energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, I can just go out and get another job. And I put out a myriad of resumes and got 4 job interviews and 1 offer for $10 an hour. And after the floodgates closed, I went, okay, now what am I going to do? So that's when I actually started getting really serious about using LinkedIn.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else that you think is holding you back?
Uh, I'm really happy in my life. I really am basically happy in my life. But I don't feel free. I still feel like I've got a thumb on me, even though I'm not working for somebody else. I've got that pressure on me all the time.
Right.
Always produce,
Mhm.
make a sale, produce.
Right.
And so I think my sales, that's why I'm taking this course, because
Mhm.
I need to improve my sales, my closing.
Mhm.
And I could also make another income out of that.
Okay. Great. So if you could overcome all of these challenges, the technology, the money, your closing rate and relieve that pressure and get to where you want to go. Imagine that you could overcome all of this and just flow easily towards that $15,000 a month and that 1 hour a week, and be able to travel and do all of those other things that you've described. What do you think? What do you imagine that would do for you?
I was flowing easily to
Mhm.
15,000 a month.
Yep.
Came in faithfully every month. That would be so cool. I could definitely spend more time with my husband,
Hmm.
and hopefully when the COVID lifts, we can get into the States, but we can't get back in Canada very easy without staying for 2 weeks in a COVID hotel.
Yep. Understand.
So we're not going to be doing any traveling until that's all lifted.
Hmm.
And I'd really like to do that. I've got a granddaughter that's going to be graduating in June,
Hmm.
and I'd really like to go down and be at her graduation.
Okay. So when the barriers lift and people can travel back and forth, it sounds like
Yeah,
a really solid goal.
I'll be visiting my kids. One of my grandchildren is going to be going to Europe this
Mhm.
fall to go to school,
Right?
and one of them just left on Saturday, and I couldn't go and say goodbye to her. We had to do it all on the computer and online.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
I really understand. I have family trapped in Canada too. So think about that. You know, you're going towards your goals. Everything is moving freely. How would it feel when you finally get to that $15,000 a month and you can say to your husband, we've done it. You know, I'm ready to retire you.
yeah.
I can spend more time with you. I'm working 1 hour a week. I've got this fantastic team in place to take care of everything. There's no alarm clock. That's gone out the window.
Well, I do think one thing would be really good that would make us really feel great is to be able to go to Bora Bora. That's been a dream of ours for years,
Mm-hmm.
and just spend a good 3 weeks to a month there.
Yep. Well, that's on your list. I mean, that's one of the things that you want to do when you hit those goals,
Yeah,
is to do
it,
that travel.
it'll just be really great because there'll be no really big pressure on us,
Mm-hmm.
and everything will be paid off. And
Yep. Fantastic. So, Christine, what have you found to be most valuable so far in our time together?
oh, I could just put my arms through the wires and give you a big hug.
Go for it.
Yeah, distance hug.
Yeah. Or yeah, what are those,
Yeah.
whatever they call those things that are so weird. So do you feel like right now you're at a critical point in your life? Like
Very,
right now?
very, very. I'm just right on there, just ready to tip over and
Hmm.
move over the top. And
Okay. So
well,
so would you agree that um, getting to that goal of $15,000 a month and 1 hour a day in the office and having that awesome team is your highest priority right now?
yeah, it is. It really is.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to getting there?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Mhm.
a 15.
Okay. Fantastic.
The tape,
Got it.
boy.
And why 15?
Because I'm just so over the top. I have such a drive. And that's
Mhm.
why I've been having a hard time getting to bed early and then getting up early. I'm burning the candle at both ends, and it's just, I'm getting really tired.
Mhm.
Some days I'm just really, really tired.
Okay. So, Christine, I work using a 5-step strategy that's going to help you to achieve those goals of your $15,000 a month and your 1 hour a day in the office and a great team that's going to allow you to get out and do the travel and all the things that you want to do. Would you like to hear about it?
I would love to hear about it.
Okay. Well, what I do is to help women like you to achieve just those kinds of goals. And it's a 5-step process. Step 1 is we get crystal clear on exactly what it is that you want to achieve. So we've talked around the goals that you have. We want to get super clear on exactly what it is that you want, so that every day you can see it in your mind, you can see it on the wall, you can see exactly where you're going. Do you think that would be helpful?
Well, of course.
Okay. Step 2 is we are going to set up an action plan for you that has all the things that you need to do in order to get you to that 15,000 a month and that 1 hour in the office, so that every day you know exactly what it is that you're going to be working on. Okay. Do you think that that would be useful to you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. In step 3, we're going to do a skills assessment. Now, you had said that technology had been holding you back, and that's part of the skills assessment. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at what skills have to be upgraded, but also, and probably more importantly, what skills need to be hired out. You said that you've already started with a VA and some other people to give you a hand. We're going to continue on with that list so you know exactly what it is that you're going to need to do and who you're going to need to hire, so that you don't have to do everything and the office can continue to work while you're in Bora Bora.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
That'd be great. Yeah.
Okay. Step 4 is we're going to take a look at any limiting beliefs, any roadblocks, anything that could stymie your progress. Because as you get going, you said you've got a lot of energy. You said that you're very committed to doing this. We don't want anything to get in the way of that commitment. So we've got a whole group set up to handle that, group coaching and other coaches who can help you to keep you moving in the direction that you need to go in, so that you're not stopped waiting for a week for somebody to talk to you so that you can get past things. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And so, Christine, how would it sound to you to be able to come to me after the program and say, I have finally made my 15,000. I am ready to retire my husband.
Yay.
Okay. Do you want to hear what the investment is?
I'm scared.
Okay. Why are you scared?
Because I think it's going to be a lot of money.
Okay. What's a lot of money for you?
Yeah. Anything over $500.
Okay. Well, the program is more than $500. But let's talk about this a little bit. The investment is actually $9,997.
Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay. So is that okay with you? Do you want to move forward?
Well, I'm going to have to work out some kind of a plan here, because I can access a certain part of it,
Mm-hmm.
credit cards, but
Mm-hmm. We can do this on multiple credit cards if that works for you.
well, I'll just do it on one. We
Okay.
just have one credit card.
Okay.
The challenge is
Mm-hmm.
I really need to start earning money fast, because my accountant told me that I may be hit with a $12,000 charge from the government. So, and that you can do payments, but it has to be paid up by the end of the year, right?
It has to be paid up by the end of the program, yeah.
Well, no, but the taxes have to
Oh,
be
the
paid up by
taxes.
the end of
Yes,
the year.
the government always has its pound of flesh.
That's right. And so, and I don't begrudge doing that, but I have to be able to make enough income in a short period of time here, so that I can be able to cover that, because that's going to have to be paid off by the end of the year, right?
Right.
So adding on another $9,000.
So if money were no object, would you be signing up for the program right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at the money. What's going to happen if you don't do this program?
I won't be able to be moving forward very fast. It'll have to be very small, and I won't be able to pay off my tax bill.
Right.
They might end up putting me in jail. I don't know what they do. I've never been in a position like this before.
I understand. And I know it's a little scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. So doing this program is right now, would you agree that this is your best shot at actually getting to that $15,000?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So we need to get our running shoes on.
Right. So I need to work with somebody. I'm really willing to work with somebody to help me figure out a way to get this done.
Okay.
And when I give my word, I do everything I possibly can to keep my word.
Mm-hmm. Understand.
That's how I was raised, and that's how I tick.
Okay.
So I don't want to bite off more than I can chew and then let people down. That really burns me.
Understand. So Christine, if we divided the payment in half, would that work for you? If you did half now and then half, say, halfway through the program?
I can't do half.
Okay.
I could maybe do it in 4 installments.
In 4 installments. Okay. Well, we do charge a little bit more for 4 installments. Could you do
Is this
3,000?
in US?
I'm sorry?
Is this in US currency?
Yes, this is US dollars.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to have to think about it. Yeah.
Okay. What have you done in the past when you've had something that you've really had to do, but you haven't had the money right away? What did you do?
I just jumped in and figured out how to do it myself. It takes a lot more time and it's a lot of hard work, but I've just had to just do things myself because we haven't had the funds to have everything done for us, right?
Understand. But right now you've got that tax bill looming and we need to get you up to that $15,000 a month. Is there somebody you know that would lend you the money?
No.
Okay.
Our family,
So,
the rest of my brothers and sisters are more broke than we are.
okay. But you said that you could do 4 payments. So is that one payment a month over 4 months?
Well, how long is this program?
Program is 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
Mhm. So you had said that you actually hit about $10,000 doing some events, but normally you're at 5. So if
And I know if I could get some big events, I just had a really big letdown too. I had a big event that I ran in March.
Mhm.
The 18th, I did a big live event with LinkedIn. I had 400 people register
Mhm.
and 102 people showed up
Uh-huh.
and nobody signed up for anything. Not one
Okay.
sale, not one sale. So that's another reason why I'm doing this program.
Right. Understand. So if you got better at what you're doing, if you got better at closing, if you got better at presenting, then chances are you would make more than what the cost of the program is.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would. I'm just doing some calculations here.
Mhm. Go ahead.
So it's 9,995.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm just going to put it up. So conversion. It's actually 12,551. That would be 4,000. If I divided it into 3 payments, it'd be $4,183.91 Canadian per payment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably going to be a little bit more than that. So that would mean pop up because the in US currency, it's 12,551.71.
Mm-hmm. So what if we let you do the payment plan and we didn't add anything extra on because you already have the burden of the Canadian dollars?
That would be a lot better.
So it would just be your 4,182. Is that right?
I mean, 4,182 is times
Dollars.
3.
Mhm. Right.
So I'm going to divide this by 3. So 3,331.67 is what would be without the conversion if it was just in US dollars.
Right.
And then that's going to bring it up. So that it's going to be, yeah, wow. Over $4,000 in 3 installments. What would happen in? Well, in Canadian dollars, it's still going to be over $3,000.
Mm-hmm. It's still going to be your 4,182.
Yeah. I need to get a really good sale under my belt before I commit to this.
Okay. So Christine, how long do you think that's going to take you to do?
Well, I'm working with a coach right now who's helping me, and I'm hoping to be able to get that. She's helping me put together a better PowerPoint presentation than what I've been using.
Okay. So when are you planning to do your next event?
My next event, where she says I shouldn't be doing those big events any more than once every other month because it can saturate my audience too much.
Okay.
So,
but 2 months from now, that tax bill is coming up fast.
yeah.
So I'm concerned about getting you to that, trying to get you to that 15,000 a month,
Yeah.
fast enough to take care of that.
The thing is, I don't have $3,300 right now, even with credit cards.
Okay. So is there something that you can do to raise that money?
I just have to keep doing speaking engagements.
Okay.
I had one today,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think there was much interest in it. It was a room full of guys. It seems like guys don't, but when there's a room full of women, they are more responsive to wanting to be working with me. But the guys, they kind of tend to be, they're a different kind of fish.
Well, you said that you have somebody who's signing you up for speaking engagements. Why don't you try focusing just on women?
Yeah. Thing is, most networking groups are a combination of men and women. You know, I did 2 speaking engagements last week, and I signed up some people. 2 of them are women, 3 people. I've got 2 people hanging in the wings wanting to join the group. And they're both guys. So, and there's 1 guy that signed up and 2 women signed up. So that's 5. Yeah. I'm gonna have to talk to my coach and see what we can do.
Okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't I circle back and talk to you again next week after you've had a chance to talk to your coach
Okay, sounds good.
and see what we can come up with? Because, you know, I know this program is, you know, you'd said the program is going to be great for you. You've got all of these wonderful plans and all of these things that are stopping you, and the program's going to help you with that. We just need to get past the money.
Yeah, I've been pretty open with you.
I understand. And I appreciate that. So, so why don't I circle back and talk to you again next week?
Okay.
We'll get out our calendars and figure that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You've got some great plans, Christine. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was fun.
All right. So let's stop this now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's stop this. Yeah.
And we'll reverse also.